not
gonna
pushing
redline
it.
it here in a minute.
His
They
tree
gotta get a
builder
little
just spawned on his OP.
MG, they're watching it. They're watching the Gary with it. No, what is this guy doing?
MG pushing.
He sees it.
Maybe, I don't know. Are they waiting for a strike?
They're waiting for a spawn. What are the resources at right now? Bombing runs are going to be vital.
Tons of
Strafing
munitions. That's a bombing
There
run.
it is.
That's
There
a
it
bombing run for ICF. Does he take out the garrison? It's a done.
No,
the
Garrison
remains.
remains, and the MG went down for ICF right there.
But there's some out. And the 76, they have identified the position on the 76. The commander has marked it.
Taking out supplies, too. Oh,
yeah.
Down he goes.
No, he's gone. He's gone. The Greyhound maintaining coverage, keeping infantry off the 76's back.
Right,
but they have identified the position on that tank, and only time will tell. There may be a precision. Can I get there in time? Can he get it? He's moving!
Oh, he's moving. He
goes!
He goes!
Precision! Takes out the 76!
That precision strike, I mean, that has to hurt. That's almost like you're... oh!
But he gets down as well. Taken out as well. Look at this. Stewart pushing up. Right on the Tiger's ass! Oh my gosh! Look at this! Incredible! Takes him out!
Oh my god!
Takes him out!
Oh my gosh!
What?
Stewart!
The Stewart
just took out the Tiger.
I take back everything that I said. Everything that I said. I see I'm taking out the Tiger. Oh my gosh, broken arrow. If you're watching,
is that right now? Bombing runs are going to be vital.
Tons of munitions. That's a bombing run. That's a bombing run for ICF. Does he take out the garrison? It's done.
No,
the garrison is still
remains, and the MG went down for ICF right there.
But there's still a squad leader left. Did not get the garrison. That was their chance, man. And it's just the positioning of the garrison is it just saved them. It saved them the identity run. They're not going to capitalize, but certainly going to make them sweat. Big infantry push. Big infantry push for Esprit.
33 minutes left.
A bombing run for FOC in return.
Danger close. Danger close. Get down. Oh!
The Lux is still up.
Oh my gosh, Artie just fell too.
FOC setting. You can do a bombing run. Will return the favor.
Lux is still up, though. That Lux through this whole game.
It's the little Lux that could. The little Lux that could. Down he goes.
You know, he goes down, but he held for as long as he could.
Man, that was a close moment. This is what I'm talking about. Moment. Two. Taken out as well. Look at this. Stewart pushing up. Right on the Tiger's ass. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Incredible. Takes him out.
Oh my god.
Takes him out.
Oh my gosh.
What? Guy, squad leader here. Heavenly. He must have found the garrison. Dr. Spetz, can he get him? No, sir. He's gonna get to that garrison on that backhand side. Can he get the garrison? Here's the real question. Diesel, the sniper, covering on a pro.
Still pushing though.
Yes, a Lux is pushing in for Esprit, providing support in addition to the Tiger. That is further. There's actually a Tiger real close. Look at this. This Tiger, trying to get an angle on it here. Right here, the Tiger in play here on the southwest side. They bombing run. They're not going to capitalize, but certainly going to make them sweat. Big infantry push. Big infantry push for Esprit.
33 minutes left.
A bombing run for FOC in return.
Danger close. Danger close. Get down. Oh!
The Lux is still up.
Oh my gosh, Artie just fell too.
FOC setting. You can do a bombing run. Will return the favor.
Lux is still up, though. That Lux through this whole game.
It's the little Lux that could. The little Lux that could. Down he goes. On the thinnest of margins right now. And the real question is, do they get a spawn away? Down he goes. Was it enough, though? Is it enough space? 30 seconds is the goal.
They know. Broken Arrow knows that Arrowhead's there. There it is. Full commit. Full commit. They're going to have to... This is it. This is the play from ICF. Are they going to be able to pull it out, though?
I hear a bombing run. I hear a bombing run. Boom, it goes. gonna get it all.
Broken
It's
Arrow
gonna get
takes
it all. Broken Arrow gets it all.
What a bombing run. That was everything. That was it. That was it. That was a play game right there.
And
That was
there's a Stewart on the point for ICF. I don't know if he can.
Oh, bounce off the top.
Down
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Here's the push. Are the Tigers going to push in, right? That's the question right now.
He's about to become visible, but they just shot. Can they push fast enough to not get hit by this?
Does he have infantry?
By the Tiger?
Pull back
No infantry. No infantry. He is surrounded. He is surrounded. But man, whoever is covering him is doing well. Look at this push across the
Here's
river.
The push. Center push. This is what we're talking about. If that 76 stays alive for 30 more seconds, is all he's got to do. Satchel out. Satchel out. Is he going to get it? Oh, he knows. He's responding. Satchel's on. That 76 cannot push back. He's trying to push back. He needs to keep
he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
He's got to know. Something's bad is about to happen to him. They have an AT gun out here?
Let's see. It was. There was an AT gun. That AT gun is down now.
I bet
Look at this!
I bet that was it.
Coltrane!
Oh, Coltrane coming up. He has found the Gary.
Chimera trying to get on it. He's got it!
He's going for an OP burn. No,
they identified more guys coming up the center for FOC, and they have pushed up. They think it's Artie! He said around me. He knows. He knows. But he's right back. No!
Excel. Oh,
Excel.
That's hard. Could have happened to anybody. I mean, that guy. This guy.
This streets holding it down. He's got his fury moments.
This man owns the streets right now. It appears.
Does he get any support? No. His one man's down. He's holding shit down. He finally goes down. And how he got it. And here's the critical. Here's the critical part of what just happened. They just lost the repair station. And the armor.
Oh my gosh! Oh
what a shot!
That Artie.
And now this Tiger is in critical shape.
Where'd that shot come from?
He's getting hit by the 76. I think he's just barely getting hit. Down he goes!
Oh, down he goes! Down he goes! Okay, this is what we're talking about.
And a precision to add on it a little bit too late. Wait, what happened? OPs are gone. Compton taking out the OPs at the building. He is retaking control of the building with just 3.5 minutes left. Big spawn way off of the garrison. Once you got that building, it is just nearly impossible.
Well, it is, but it ain't over. That center push may come from 1st Marine Raiders. I
hope so. I hope so.
AT. Oh, AT rocket hit right. I just saw a leg.
Guys pushing. No one else on the point. Could not get there in time. And now we're right back to where we were. And Lux is down. I mean, just, gosh, dang. They're going to have to continue to grind. I mean, boom! They're laying it down. I mean, you do not want to be Esprit on the attack right now. Oh my gosh! Just body parts flying!
You know, and what you want to do with Artie sometimes, Hard Lane, is be perfect.
Oh my God!
There he goes again. That's exactly what I was saying right there. Terrain deniability. They got that bridge zoned in. They have it pinged. They're getting rounds out as quick as possible.
Gosh, someone please play Sunday Bloody Sunday. I mean, my gosh.
You know what I want to see? I want to see either an FOC guy make it across this bridge, or
just like Rufus's dog up in the center. I mean,
there
Joe,
goes.
U.S.
Big
Ranger,
spawn.
and Bonzo.
Artie just fell.
Look at this. Another push across the river. Oh my gosh.
There goes
my God,
intestine.
and look at this in the chat. Just want to shout out U.S. Ranger. We are suffering for you, Twitch. Amen.
Hey, those guys, they are playing one of the most important roles, and that's just getting thrown into the fray. You've got to commit to it.
Into the blender. That's a shot on the medium. Down it goes for FOC. Oh my God, and look at this in the chat. Just want to shout out U.S. Ranger. We are suffering for you, Twitch. Amen.
Hey, those guys, they are playing one of the most important roles, and that's just getting thrown into the fray. You've got to commit to it.
Into the blender. That's a shot on the medium. Down it goes for FOC. Medium down. All they got left now is the 76. Right here, 76. Up here, he's pushing now to the east side.
Oh, gotta get some AT on
got
that.
him,
Right?
man. He missed that AT shot.
Just barely.
Barely. And look at this. But down goes the Greyhound.
Down it goes. AT to the right somewhere. Who was that? Zoom in on that guy sheet real quick. Who was that?
Right. And Fat
What a
Egg now
shot.
pushing it.
What a quick
Absolutely.
response.
And now, looks like ICF getting back in. They have taken back cap pressure. But here we go. We got to go back to dugout. But here's what's happening.
Red line Garrison. And get that pressure. And maybe that's the play too, right?
Yeah. And Chris, JT, and the boys are still
there's Chris. We love Chris. Hey, Chris, shout out.
Shout out
Make
to
it across,
Chris from
Christy.
the 75th OP there. I mean, here we go. God dang!
Chris
down
said, I'm waiting till that Artie comes in,
and
right?
down he
Down
goes. I mean,
he goes.
they are just...
It's hard to make it.
They are
hard
just cannon fodder. But, I mean, that's what you got to do, I think, if you're
You gotta
free.
keep the pressure. You gotta keep the pressure.
That's a precision.
Incoming.
Trying to identify where this comes in. Just a body. No, you know, they talked about they're slow to start, so they never win more than 3-2. Look at that tank
We
shot
may
of the
see
Puma.
something different.
Unbelievable AT shot. That must have been at least 200 meters away. Another one. Down
Inbound.
He goes. What a
Down he
crazy
goes.
AT shot.
That's a
ICF.
sniper. Man, that's a sniper shot.
Incredible shot. And Abdullah gets one. Down he goes.
These
Lionheart
gunfights
won.
are everything. They're everything. Lionheart's got to take him out.
He gets him. Get on the point.
Did he go
Get
down?
the Garrison.
I just lost Lionheart. He's down.
He's down. There's no
Are
one
they
on
going to
the
push
point.
the Gary? Do they know the Gary's there?
I don't know, but they're not pushing it.
They're going to redline it here in a minute.
History
they gotta
Builder
get a
just spawned on his OP.
MG, they're watching it. They're watching the Gary with... No, what is this guy doing?
MG pushing.
He sees it.
Maybe, I don't know. Are they waiting for a strike?
They're waiting for a spawn. What are the resources at right now? Bombing runs are going to be vital.
Tons of
Strafing
munitions.
runs.
That's a bombing
There
run.
it is.
That's a bombing run for ICF. Does he take out the Garrison? And that's done.
No,
the
Garrison remains, and the MG went down for ICF right there.
But there's some out. And the 76, they have identified the position on the 76. The commander has marked it.
Taking out supplies, too. Oh,
Yeah.
down he goes.
No, he's gone. He's gone. The Greyhound maintaining coverage, keeping infantry off the 76's back, but they have identified the position on that tank, and only time will tell. There may be a precision. Can I get there in time? Can he get it? He's moving.
Oh, he's moving. He
Down he goes.
He goes.
Precision. Takes out the 76.
That precision strike, I mean, that has to hurt. That's almost like you're... oh!
But he gets down as well. Taken out as well. Look at this. Stewart pushing up. Right on the Tiger's ass. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Incredible. Takes him out.
Oh my god.
Takes him out.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Stewart.
The Stewart
just took out the Tiger.
I take back everything that I said. Everything that I said. I see I'm taking out the Tiger. Oh my gosh. Broken arrow. If you're watching...
This is at right now. Bombing runs are going to be vital.
Tons of munitions. That's a bombing run. That's a bombing run for ICF. Does he take out the Garrison? And that's done.
No,
the
Garrison remains, and the MG went down for ICF right there.
But there's still a squad leader left. Did not get the Garrison. That was their chance, man. And it's just the positioning of the Garrison is just, it just saved them. It saved them the identity run. They're not going to capitalize, but certainly going to make them sweat. Big infantry push. Big infantry push for Esprit.
33 minutes left.
A bombing run for FOC in return.
Danger close. Danger close. Get down. Get down. Oh!
The Lux is still up.
Oh my gosh. Artie just fell too.
FOC
Good
said it.
response by FOC.
You can do a bombing run. Will return the favor.
Hey, just got out the clock. Devil out here stealing crops. If he don't stop, I go Oppenheimer on the arm. It's like a bomb when I drop.
And we are live. Dogs Den live. It's been a while. It's been a little bit since we've been live. I guess APL was the last time that we were live, but we are live now with a brand new tournament at that, dude. Brand new tournament. HRI is the tournament name. We got the showcase match today. I'm Sheepdog, with me Kayonashi and Seagull. Welcome, my dudes. It's so glad to have you, dude. So glad to have you guys.
Always a good time to be here.
Yeah, so we got an exciting little matchup going on, kind of F&F style, kind of just a chance to try it out, because I believe, and I could be wrong, but this is going to be the first HLL skirmish match done in comp, so that's going to be pretty exciting, a little exciting. I'm excited for it. Yeah, no stream delay. Yeah, there will be no stream delay for this. Another thing that we're trying out. We're trying out a lot of things. We're going to be trying out a lot of things in this tournament. And we're excited to talk about this tournament. But let's just start out talking a little bit about Drill Skirmish, man. It's kind of interesting, man. Kind of interesting setup to have, dude. We're just going to, obviously it's going to be a fight over that underpass in the middle of the point. For both of you guys, what are your thoughts on underpass for the win, right?
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how they deal with the MG42 still.
Oh yeah,
limited.
Yeah.
That's like the one thing I'm iffy about, is if the Germans are still too overpowered.
Well, I mean, and then on obviously for this tournament is going to be. And we'll talk more about it in a little bit. Obviously, for skirmish mode, El Alamein and Drill are the only two maps that are running skirmish mode. So, on something like El Alamein, obviously, they've kind of nerfed the Germans a little bit, right? No Guerre, no STG. But I've still seen a lot of competitive matches as the Germans. As someone put it out there, El Alamein now is just a bolt show. Just a bolt show. And but we've seen a lot of good competitive matches on LLMA. It's kind of turned into this little favorite by some of the co-op teams,
It's a meta map.
It's a meta map, right? It's kind of a meta map. Absolutely. So that's a really good point. And I don't know what you guys' thoughts are. This match is gonna be on the bridge. It's gonna be on a bridge for the entire map. Is fighting over 1 point. Does it obviously, like, it's not going to be Remagen in the sense of, like, there's no other way to pass other than through the bridge, but fighting on a bridge is really interesting because guys who are approaching from the east aren't going to be spotted by guys on the west side. So I don't know what your thoughts are on the dynamic of, like, for underpass, for example, at the middle of the point being on an incline like that.
What? It's really going to give the tankers are going to have to find their high ground that they want to set in, or at least the tank, I should say, because there's only one medium.
Yeah.
AT gun placements would be very vital in some of this, but you're just going to have to sit back and find your line of sight that you're going to have to get.
Yeah.
Be able to shut them down from pushing onto that point. And that goes for either side.
Yeah. Yeah, that dynamic of the one medium tank is going to be fascinating. I'm really excited to see because, I mean, obviously, you're going to have the fuel for it, right? Like, you're going to have plenty of fuel to keep deploying those tanks, and it's not going to take a ton of time to get a medium up in the fight, especially given the fact that, like, for Drill and LL Main, your sight lines are so far, so you may be able to get shots from, 600, 800, even 1,000 meters away at times with tanks. So do tanks play aggressive? Do they play conservative? It'll be really interesting to see. Obviously, I'm not a tanker. I don't think KO's a tanker either, but they can't necessarily speak to it. But really exciting to see. So let's go ahead and we'll talk about the tournament a little bit. Obviously the name of the tournament, not obviously, but the name of the tournament is it's going to be Hell Let Loose Rumble Invitational. It is our first go at it. Shout out to by the way, gotta give a shout out to Sad Panda, man. He has been a key piece in developing this tournament. and putting this together. And so unfortunately, he couldn't be here tonight. But shout out to Sad Panda, like W's in the chat, please, for all the hard work that he's done in setting this up. But this is going to be a 4-week tournament starting April 6th. And actually, I'll go ahead and show the teams real quick. Ooh, hang on a second. Yeah, so we actually have 4 teams for the tournament. 3 AC, False Scrim, TOG, and 3 Foys are all going to be joining us for this tournament. It's going to be round robin style. So I'll go ahead and show the rules and format. And 4 teams going to compete in a round robin style in skirmish. The matches will be minimum 35v35 with up to 48v48 if they choose to. The ban phase will be a random coin flip with winning teams picking the map or the faction, and the loser gets the other one. Obviously, those are going to be between El Alamein and Drill are the 2 maps, so that's kind of why the abbreviated ban phase. The matches, just going to be one 30-minute match each week, and that will decide the winner. The winner will get a point, and the loser will obviously not get a point. And the winner of the tournament we'll be raising money throughout the tournament through our streams. So feel free to donate, because all the donations from these streams are going to go towards supporting one of the 4 teams' charities. So we'll go back to the teams. And for these teams, they've each chosen a charity. 3AC is unconfirmed, but Falscrim's going to be supporting St. Jude's. TOG is going to be supporting DAV, which is for U.S. disabled veterans. And then 3 Foys is going to be supporting SSANS, which is for Aussie and New Zealand military. So they're all supporting really good causes, and all of the money that we raise throughout the tournament are going to go and support whichever team tournament wins at the end. Whoever wins gets all the money to support their charity. So a little bit on the line for each of these teams. So kind of exciting. I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on the format of the tournament, but for me, I'm super stoked for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys included the charity into the competition.
100%.
Well, and KO, you have a lot of experience with charity matches, man, and I'm sure you can speak from experience and saying, like, Hell Let Loose has done, in my opinion, like, and especially you in particular, have done an incredible job of combining Hell Let Loose competitive matches and charity together. You know, you guys you've raised a lot of money for charity through a few charity matches in Hell Let Loose. So you know, I think it's a great opportunity, and just even just the awareness of it for these different charities is gonna be great. Oh, there we go. So, oh, it just ended. That's funny. I got an achievement because I've now played 5 skirmish matches. I need a little bit more. So the schedule for the tournament, we're gonna show this real quick. So week 1, 3AC versus, this is all unconfirmed, by the way, so this is tentative to change. 3AC versus False Scrim, and then TOG versus 3 Foys. Week 2, False Scrim's gonna take on TOG. And then 3 Foys is going to be taking on 3AC, and then in week 3, 3 Foys versus False Scrim, and then 3AC versus TOG. Obviously, in that week 4 is going to be the title. So whoever has the top 2 in terms of points will face off against each other for the chance to take home all that money and give it to the charity of their choice. So really exciting for that. Obviously, they'll have to pick between which maps, which sides. I'm kind of interested in seeing how that turns out. If there's a map or side that people end up wanting to choose. I don't know what in terms of this. You know, these 2 maps, Drill and El Alamein. Do you think that there's a big favorite on each of these sides? Do you think that they're pretty balanced or unbalanced? What are your thoughts on that?
I think now they're both pretty balanced with the changes to El Alamein. I think it just depends on if a team is more comfortable with their armor, they'll probably want to go for El Alamein. But if they're more trusting in their infantry, then maybe Drill is the number 1 choice for them.
Yeah.
Well, also don't forget on El Alamein, if you're infantry, you get 2 AT guns up, and that armor chest pushing with, that supporting armor. That's still very, very deadly for the other side.
Yeah. I think we're gonna see a lot of unique tanking, like a different tanking meta that we haven't really seen in regular warfare.
Yeah, it's gonna be because that's my question, right? Do people play conservative? Do people play aggressive in terms of these tanks, given the fact that there's going to be a lot of fuel available? Obviously, they won't be able to work off the midpoint, so they'll have to come off one of the side HQs to get into the fight. But even with that, driving should be relatively quickly on both of these maps. So that'll be really interesting to see. Obviously, there's been a lot of changes with this skirmish mode in terms of the weapons and the factions and how they have changed. Obviously the tanks, they're still going to be the mediums. But for like the British on Drill, for example, they have a brand new weapon, the Gammon Bomb, which can take out light tanks and recon tanks. I believe it can take on light tanks for sure, recon tanks, which that to me changes a lot of things. I don't know if people have been using it a lot. I haven't had the chance to use it. I'm kind of excited to see do we see some Gammon Bomb kills, especially given the fact that I have to replace my saying somewhere, because for the next 4 weeks I won't be able to say Artie because there's no Artie on skirmish mode, so I gotta replace it somewhere, right? I gotta get excited somewhere, so I figure maybe the Gammon Bomb is my next thing. Like, can I yell Gammon? Maybe that's my new catchphrase. I don't know, but
hopefully.
But I think it's gonna be really interesting. I mean, I love these, the obviously some of the new weapons that they've added, like the SMLE, and the Tommy gun for the British. I freaking love. I love those 2 new weapons. I think the finish on it is just incredible, and for the SMLE, it's just a freaking laser, dude. Absolute laser. Seals so smooth. I don't know if you guys like the SMLE, but especially over the car. Would you take the SMLE over the car?
Oh, absolutely.
I would.
Yeah,
100%.
I would too. The problem is they make the other weapons so darn ugly now. They almost need to redo the finishes on all the other weapons because they made the SMLE and the Tommy gun look so good. You know what I mean? Like, it's got like a nice finish to it. The sights are kind of sophisticated. I like it, dude. I freaking love it. Let's talk about. So this is going to be an interesting discussion because these are 2 teams that I haven't really casted, especially recently. So obviously the match that we have today is going to be Helios versus TL. It's going to be a little more casual today, so let's put that out there. A little bit more casual. They're going to balance it out a bit, given the fact that they just want to make sure it's a fun experience. But I think I'd be remiss if I didn't think that they're going to play absolutely competitive as well. So do you guys have any thoughts on obviously Helios has been pretty active lately. They were in HCA. They've been scrimming a lot. And TL is a very well-known established team. Any thoughts on either of these teams kind of going into this match?
It'll be a good learning experience, especially for everybody, because there's not been much of any skirmish actual matches, especially between 2 that's already set up, organized, and hopefully they came in with a good game plan of thoughts of what they want to do, and hopefully both teams will be able to execute. We'll see who comes out on top on that one.
Yeah. I mean, like, and like we were saying at the beginning of the stream, this is gonna be like the first skirmish mode comp match, dude. Going into the I'll go into the chat because we can actually respond to the chat for once. I freaking love that, dude. So someone asks, who is this TOG group? That is the Old Guard. They've been around for a while. They've been doing FNFs. As far as I know, they have not been in a tournament yet. This is going to be their first foray into the Hell Loose official competitive scene. So really exciting. Same thing goes for Fall Scrim. So these are both teams that are not well known in the scene. They'll get exposure to the world as competitive teams, and really exciting to see for guys who have been playing in Friday Night Fights. They would be exposed to both of those teams, but. And obviously the other two teams, 3AC and 3 Foys, they just got, they just got done playing in APL. Both of these teams were in Division 2 of APL. So,
TOG as well, Sheep. They were partnered with 75th.
That's right. I
so
forgot about that.
75 OG. So
yeah.
They are Division 2 APL winners. Put some respect on that name.
100%. And they did win over a incredibly talented Vanguard team. Shout out to Vanguard versus 75th OG. That was a great match to watch. I think that was, I think Vanguard was probably the favored team going into that match, and especially after having won against 75th OG early in the regular season of APL. 75th OG come out and they take Division 2. So another comment, live hippie from TL, 0 game plan. Here's the interesting thing. How do you plan for skirmish mode? This is an entirely different format. It's almost like we were talking about this earlier, but it almost feels like a bigger version of just that 18v18. A lot more infantry play, fighting over a single point. I mean, do you think this is, is that what your feel is for this? Is kind of that 18v18 feel? I mean, what are your thoughts on planning for a skirmish match, man?
Yeah, I'm excited to see some creativity from Helios and TL here, because even though you, like, for the tanks, you only have the one tank crew, but they can run multiple tanks. They could still have a three solo tank opener if they wanted to.
Is that true? Can they deploy multiple? Oh, that's an interesting.
Yeah, there's multiple tanks starting on the field, so 2 guys can run the medium, and somebody, maybe I'm giving them ideas right now since we don't have a delay. I don't know. It might be an option.
It may be an option. That's gonna be really interesting to see. Something I hadn't considered. Man, three solo tanks right off the rip. I mean, obviously the only tanks that can be deployed, as far as I know, are mediums. So it'll be really interesting to see. There's going to be different strats going into this, and really exciting. Obviously, TL is a very experienced team. They went into winter seasonals, and they did very well. TL did very well. I believe they made it into the quarterfinals. I want to say they made it to the quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals against ESPT. Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think for TL, kind of the scuttlebutt is a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of their good players ended up leaving to go play for other teams. And those guys have kind of been spread out now because someone went to Syndicate. Then they, after APL, some of them will leave Syndicate and go to other teams like ESPT or XD, which is that, one of the big hotshot new teams out there. And they're continuing to compete in HCA. I'll interrupt because I saw a question. What day is the first match? April 6th. April 6th is going to be the first match. The weekend of April 6th. So obviously we're leaving it up to the teams to decide what day they want to. It could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday that they can choose from. So we have an Aussie team in the tournament, so obviously the times might be a little bit different, but for the most part, it'll be the weekend of April the 6th will be the start time. But going back to what we were talking about, TL, we'll see. This is the first time that I've seen them play together since seasonals. I haven't seen them do a scrim at all. They may have done a scrim, but I'm kind of curious to see what the makeup is of TL going into this scrim. What kind of guys they pull out? Will there be new guys? A lot of new guys, new faces to learn, new names to yell out about getting killed or killing other people. Always nice to find new heroes in the Hell Let Loose space. And we are.
Yeah, I haven't seen much from Teal in a minute, but they've been around for a long time, and they're always gonna put up a great fight. So
Yeah.
Helios, on the other hand, they're doing fantastic, playing really well. Combination of a couple different communities, and I think skirmish is gonna be it'll be interesting because nobody's getting 5-0'd, right? So
Right. Right.
will we see it might be a complete box out for the dominant team, like a 18v18, or it might be continuous pressure the whole game.
Yeah.
So
I hope it's continuous pressure, right? I really hope that it's just a grind fest for 30 minutes back and I mean obviously back and forth affairs would be incredible, right? Like I would really like to see that. It'll be interesting to see how much out of position teams will play because obviously you can go into back lines to play, but considering the fact that you're just fighting over a midpoint, you're not prepping for another point. It would be really interesting to see, do people play collapse, especially on something like Drio, where you have to control that bridge, or control the railroad track. I'm sorry, for underpass. Do people play very a lot more collapse? Do they play wide line work to keep them from flanking around? It'll be really interesting to see. I think there'll be some similarities to Warfare, but I wonder, are we going to see a lot of different things from conventional warfare, and what may end up happening, and I'm really curious to see, is do teams become skirmish focused versus warfare focused, especially given the fact that we may be showing that the viability of skirmish mode in Hell Let Loose, and as they expand skirmish mode to multiple maps, this may actually become a viable game mode, and for some teams that maybe don't, that feel more comfortable playing in a skirmish mode, given the fact that they're shorter matches. I wonder if they become focused on skirmish mode versus warfare. Kind of interesting thought.
Sheep, we just got a message. Flipping in a minute.
There you go. We're about to go live,
we got a match
fellas.
coming.
About to go live. Obviously, this format will be responding to your comments in real time, so feel free to let us know what you guys' thoughts are on the tournament, on the match. But we'll be responding in real time. For those of you who are watching, we will have a map cover up. There will be a map cover up. So please, there won't be any stream sniping, but yeah, we're gonna try it. I don't know of any matches that have done live match streams, but it's something that we are considering for HRI. So it'll be really interesting to see. I'll go ahead and put while I'm here, I'll put the link to the Discord, the HRI Discord in the link, and I'll pin it real quick. Let's see here. There we go. And I just pinned the link to the Discord. But yeah, dude, it's going to be... There we go. But yeah, so if you guys want to get any information about the tournament, we just posted the link. If you want to donate to any one of these 4 charities that are going to be supported for this tournament, feel free to donate. We're going to do it through our Streamlabs links. So from this stream on, all the donations that we receive to the Dog's Den will go towards the pot for these charities for the winner of the tournament. So feel free to consider donating to any to the Dog's Den, and basically whoever wins is going to be the charity of choice for the winner of the tournament. So feel free to consider donating. All these tournaments or the charities are going to be great causes. So a lot of military focused charities. So if that's something that really strikes at you, feel free to donate. And then St. Jude's, it's another one. It's something that KO ran a charity match for not that long ago. It's an absolutely great charity to support as well. But we are going live with the map change. Really exciting to see. Unfortunately, for once, it's not we already know what the point is before it starts, dude. So obviously the midpoint is going to be underpass. So, you know, shocker, I know, but yeah, man, Helios versus TL. I'm really interested to see what they do about the maps. Or sorry, the tanks, just like you were talking about, you know. You see there, they got the medium. I'm on the right now. I'm on Helios side, and they already got the media set to go. I'm kind of curious who ends up going into the medium. That's kind of weird what it's doing. Doing something weird on me.
Yeah, TL, we've got the normal tank crew with Coletto, Jack, and Honey Badger from WTH filling in.
Well, there you
actually.
go. There you go.
And I think that's all 3 of their tankers in the medium, so they're just going to be running the 1 tank.
And so in the tank, Yaw, Wix, and Klon are going to be running it for Helios. Kind of a classic tank battle a little bit. You know, Wix, obviously a long time TL tanker. Coletto for TL. Kind of interesting.
Two crews that have played each other plenty of times in F&F and scrims, so I don't know. I think they're gonna play conservatively, and it's kind of like you're feeling the waters on skirmish, right?
Yeah,
you don't
absolutely.
know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to tank.
I don't know either. This is a whole new ball game. I think people are just gonna be watching just to see how a comp team approaches this. You can see here, they're already crossed the river for the Germans. We got some heavy hitters in here. Braz is in here. Gas Mask from former Broken Arrow. So that's the interesting thing. So the wall is up right south of the river. So they already got across the river here. So you can see full ass truck up on this northeast side. Led by Toxic NBK as the truck driver. So if he gets sniped right off the bat, you know who to blame right off the rip, dude. Oh, I'm so excited for this. This is gonna be so interesting. I wonder if they
get up on the. He's gonna get up on the bridge.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, he's already climbing, dude.
Interesting that the Axis side is committing most of their troops to this
east side. Yeah, east side. No
does
truck.
Have more cover.
No truck to the mid. No truck to the mid at all. I mean, kind of looking at it, I think it's gonna go. Oh, look, rocket snipes already up on the bridge, but there ain't no one there. I mean, that's kind of the obvious spot to launch, but we do have a truck, a 2-passenger truck coming in for the Germans. I mean, just...
And the Helios medium tank is going straight into the point.
Unbelievable. Let's go. So up on the bridge. Yep, TL hit me, the only one up, but he's getting multiple kills. The only one left in his truck. Oh, a tank shot already on the bridge. Look at that. So they fully committed to that east side, and then the tank is stationed up off the bridge. For TL, and Helios just gonna keep that tank straight up on the bridge. Big wave of guys for TL up on this east side, and basically it's kind of turned into Helios on the west side and TL on the east side here. Right now, halfway cap. Or Helios. You can see City trying to make a push up on this west flank here. Sorry, east flank. It's really interesting. They've kind of split this bridge a bit, so they're holding that east side overpass, and then obviously Helios is kind of taking up the main bridge here. Interesting. So, not fully capped yet, but 3/4 cap in favor of Helios. Tanks really close to hitting each other.
The Helios side is playing so much wider than the TL. TL's all centered around this east side barn. But that tank inside the point is just shelling the infantry and keeping them from pushing.
And that is a point in favor of Helios, so they're going to be the first ones to cap. Whoop. There we go.
Meme Star and Let's on the MG laying some hate down low.
Yeah. You got Toasty Bits there, and here's the problem is that for TL, they've kind of been funneled in a bit. They got this tank that's kind of holding them down. Toasty Bits with the MG up on this east side. They're kind of just holding them as they come in. They have position on this overpass, but they have not been able to push. Iqbal right now the closest guy for TL pushing in.
I'm taking a look at like the TL tank. I don't know. They're playing a little too conservative for me. They're not really getting into the fight.
You can see Coletto, Honey Badger, and Jack holding up on this northwest side. He's holding the flanks down, but not really assaulting the guys as Helios kind of start to push up north. You see a lot of familiar names, guys like Droznik, Coltrane from TL, Braz. Obviously, we were kind of pointing out earlier. We may get a confrontation between Braz and Pop-Tart here. He's kind of pushed up on him.
And he got a knife kill.
Pop-Tart getting the knife. Oh my gosh.
Pop-Tart over here, but he walked right past the OP.
Oh my gosh, yeah, but Coltrane and Nightstall gonna continue to pop off that OP there. And we can see here TL still having a lot of pressure up on this east side, but they just have not been able to progress position at all. Currently, you can see City and his sniper have pushed up on this south side now, just running up on the top of the train up on the south side of the bridge. And obviously we don't have the...
Side, they're getting some ground in there, but...
Yeah. They got
Trance is walking right into the point.
And Toxic and BK as well here. Goes down. Renegade kind of pushing along this river. This is an interesting, you know, the geography is a really interesting thing on this point, because that riverbed, you can move the entirety of the south side of that bridge by just taking that riverbed. But right now, Helios kind of making a push on this overpass here. Turning a little bit of a seesaw effort. Trance still up on that bridge. No, he goes down. And that tank is just not, he's kind of moved off to the side.
He got a hit!
He got a hit! A miss by TL. Can he get his second hit?
Oh, down it goes! Down.
So Wix and the crew taking out Coletto and Honey Badger. They finally moved out from the northwest side. They moved due east and unfortunately got taken out. So now armor superiority in favor of Helios.
Yeah. And I think that Helios crew did the right move of just getting straight into the point, using the underpass as cover, and shelling infantry.
Yeah, well you can see now the tank is going to play a little bit more aggressively. He is pushing up north to help support and try to push these guys back off of the overpass. Obviously, you won't be able to see the map. I'm looking at my map real quick.
AT gun.
Oh, AT gun.
Yeah, Peef.
Oh, AT on the rear, but it deflects.
The bounce from side.
And he's pushing way out of position now. He's about to be surrounded by TL infantry. But Ed Assault just running right past him.
They're going for it. Why not? You're going to have fuel all game.
Yeah.
Who cares?
100%. They probably already deployed the tank in the HQ as well.
Yeah, the medium's already crossing the river. That's how fast these tanks are going to get back in the fight.
He's actually going to push these supplies. He's pushing the... I think he's pushing the AT gun. Right over the top. Gives him a haircut. Oh my gosh, he's pushing the AT gun.
nobody on it though.
What's one on it? There's one on it. Oh, he's down. He must have
He's
gone
off,
down.
he's off.
Oh my goodness.
Going right. Oh my goodness.
This is really interesting. Just so aggressive with the tank. Get the shot on the rear.
Hit.
TL hit me with the shot.
And they're gonna run into Coletto's tank in a minute as well.
I was just about to say that.
Another shot. That's a way far shot for a TL hippie. Rotates the turret around.
And
But
that's
no updated tank marks.
This P4 is gonna get the trade in. They're gonna be right back in the fight. If their spotter pays attention.
So here's what's really interesting. You also have Helios Knights as a squad leader pushing up. He's gonna push into the trenches east of the bridge. Down he goes.
Churchill goes down.
So now Wix and the Coletto, sorry, Honey Badger and Jack right back in this. And Wix in the chat, by the way, he said back to effing spawn Coletto. You can tell the rivalry there a little bit.
Man.
A little bit of a rivalry. The teams are mixed, by the way, so a response to a comment in the chat. The teams are mixed, kind of F&F style a little bit, kind of just trying to balance things out a little bit, make it competitive. Alex Von Doom getting the shots down. Bombing run through the point. Gonna take out a few with
the cat pressure.
And it caps kind of back and forth on this cap pressure here. And their spawn is still up on the bridge for Helios. Spawn is still up. I'm gonna spawn the, you can see, yep. The spawn for Helios right here, just barely off the west side of the bridge, on that south side of the circle. And now TL pushing a little bit more on the center of the bridge now as a push.
Helios making a lot of ground on that east side though.
Yeah, yeah they are.
Boxing them
We have
out.
an airhead incoming on the TL side.
This is really interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah. Airhead on the east side of the circle.
They're not bombing runs are following as well with the PC4 pushing in.
Just misses all those TL players. That's unfortunate.
And even if they get it down, they may be able to. That airhead's gonna go down. It's gonna. I believe it's gonna be. That's gonna be deployable. It's got covered. Lots of spawn waves off of that fort observation post south of the point. TL Hippie going down to Hot Dog 7. You can see the MGs now. Meme Star and Brad up on that bridge trying to lay hate as guys trying to come up. A little bit more map control for TL at the moment, it looks like. Very competitive. Very, very competitive so far. Helios getting back the cap pressure on this underpass right now.
Here's Wix's tank. Have they come up yet?
They are coming up. They're southeast in G8. Keypad 7.
They got the P4 just trying to maintain the airhead, but they're
getting pushed, huh? Getting pushed a little bit. They're maintaining. Fortunately, just doesn't have a whole lot of angle to hit anyone coming up on the bridge. He's just got a little bit of myopic there, unfortunately, from his position. But you can see TL, they got spawns not that far off of the point. They are making progress here. In fact, they're getting count progress back on underpass as we speak right now. Big spawn, big push up on this north side. They're making pushes here, lighting up OPs on the point. Down goes Black Taurus and Steve. Dr. Spetzen, 5 holding up. Big spawn wave off the fort observation post. Pop-Tart comes up. Shay Louise as well. Iqbal, gas mask, slaughtering guys at this point. Holding down angles. Fat A, gas mask about to run into each other. Right outside, gas mask. Get shamed. We got a Sam.
Oh my god.
Explodes and Fat A gets the last word. And man, this is just absolutely competitive. You can see Helios kind of pushing further up on that east side, trying to get more map control. But they may be leaving the front door open for TL to kind of start getting cap progress on the point.
Not much awareness for Fadek, but he does have the drip with that red beret.
He does, absolutely. love the drip.
Iqbal just wiped an entire OP and wiped the OP.
Unbelievable. Proxy goes down. Black Swords getting guys. 1200 goes down. ESPT member playing on the TL side. TL Hippie gonna try to get a rocket shot. Got Alex Von Doom. It misses the 4 observation posts, and down he goes.
The Helios side is all going far east map edge now, alongside their tank as well. They forgot about midpoint. I don't know what's going on.
This is what's really interesting because, you know, the channel is kind of open coming in, but if they don't spot it, you can see here. Here's the garrison for Helios up on that northeast side. You can kind of see it's due north of the garrison of the PZ4. PZ4 is still up in that riverbed. Big spawn wave. That's actually a cup. Cap in favor of TL. It's already gone back and forth a little bit here. That's going to be huge. So now TL in favor of the point, and they lose their spawn on the point, but they got good garrison network up. Obviously, we can't see it because we are live, so we have a map cover up. I'm sure we'll be posting. Well, you know, when it comes to the tournament time, we'll be posting kind of the the streams with maps as well. Drosnik goes down. PZ4 is hurt.
Half track.
Down goes the PZ4.
And P4's down. I did see a half track floating around, but I think he started retreating.
And now Helios getting the cap progress back almost immediately after TL caps the point. 15 minutes left, a lot of time for guys to get in. You can see a big spawn wave off the east side garrison for Helios.
Yeah,
Helios coming up right
maintain their outposts even after they lost the cap.
Cromwell just wiped everybody in that northeast barn.
Unbelievable. Yeah, Cromwell came up from behind. He's getting hit in the rear, but he cleared enough guys. Not sure he didn't. I don't believe he got the garrison. No, he did not get the garrison. He's going to try to get back. Iqbal chasing Wicks with a passion. And they barely miss on the rear of the tank. He's going to live to fight another day.
Yeah, Wicks' tank crew is just having fun.
Yeah, they're riding
They're just
around.
having fun right now.
I love to see it. You know, I love to see it. Cap progress already 2/3 in favor of Helios. They've kind of taken this right back. This looks like a really fun point to fight over, honestly. It just allows for a lot of back and forth affair. We're kind of seeing that when teams expand, when they press out a bit, it allows and they get any room to push down the middle, man, immediate cap progress. And so they're gonna have to play a real balance between playing expanded and collapse for any of these teams playing in this tournament. You can see now so Wicks' tank has moved back a little bit more conservative position, but he's still able to get shots up on that bridge. That's a cap in progress of Helios. Yeah.
I don't know, would you say the British are a little bit more favored over underpass?
I mean, right now it sure seems like it. I mean, they got to the... I mean, TL didn't do themselves any favor either. They didn't push anyone to the center of the point. I think it would have been a lot more competitive on the point. But, I mean, so far it's been... is a lot more in favor of the British, it looks like. Maybe some more cover. I mean, the problem is, like... And I think TL has identified this. There's just not any position to push up on that west side of the bridge. They're hyper focused on the underpass on the east side, and I don't necessarily blame them. AT guns being extremely useful right now for TL. You could see him getting shots up on that underpass, up on that east side.
Well, that Cromwell's about to peak. We're going to see this PZ4 and AT gun can see him.
Yep, Coletto versus Wicks.
The PZ4 does not see the Cromwell yet.
He just got hit, though. He's going to go now. He's going to dip in. Can he get down low enough? He may have gotten out just in the nick of time. Beautiful move by Coletto to get out of range.
Just lost him in the trees there. That was good. Good reaction time from the driver.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to trip rep as well. So Helios have made a push now. They control the road east of underpass. So they get the AT gun, but the tank is still up, and now they've surely got. They know where the position is. But you can see there, Wicks and the crew are pushing.
Yeah, they're going again.
Gun already aimed for this medium, but the PZ4 may not be able to see it. They're gonna know. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Oh, they saw him. They just stopped. Rotating gun. Oh, it's all simultaneously.
Wow. They might trade here.
They may trade. No.
Oh God.
Taking Coletto.
Takes the dub again. That was an amazing shot on the move as well.
Absolutely. That was a really quick move.
I
the
think
reload
Wicks with the gun.
Is the reload speed the same for the Cromwell as it is for the PZ4?
Yeah. It's the same, yeah.
And now Wicks and the crew, they're just gonna push, man. They're just gonna push every single time they get that tank. They're gonna take up the space. They're gonna take up the space. I don't necessarily blame them. Did they get a garrison underneath the bridge?
No.
Oh, they're on the half track. They
got the half track, yep.
And that's the interesting thing too, and I know TL is going to give me a lot of crap, but I'm just going to say it. Half tracks may be an incredibly important part of these skirmish matches as well. Gives you extra spawn points to kind of come off of. You got the extra fuel. Might as well use them. Take that, TL. I got to say it again. Half tracks are important. Right now, the point is straight in favor. Wicks just said, "You're right. It's Jack's fault for being a terrible spotter. He needs to rewrite the Bible."
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
We do need a tank Bible update.
We do need a tank Bible. Yeah, come on, Coletto. We need an update. We got brand new tanks in the game. So right now,
I still don't know the British tanks.
I don't either. Cromwell, Crusader. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like a terrible commentator right now for it, but
that's a Cromwell. That's the only thing we need to know.
Yeah,
at this point in time.
Absolutely. And obviously, if you're joining us, the reason why we're doing this right now is because we have a brand new tournament that's coming up. HRI is the name of the tournament, and it's gonna be a good one, guys. It's gonna be a skirmish only tournament, so really excited to see it. We got 4 teams already signed up. It'll be for charities, so if you want to support any of these charities, we're gonna be raising money every single stream. Feel free to hit us up on our Streamlabs donation link that's in the chat. Right now, the point currently in favor of Helios. We got a bombing run coming in for Helios as well up on that north side of the bridge. Go take out a few guys with this. Steel Hippie, Iqbal. They can push down fast enough south.
Yeah, the problem is Helios has gotten to that east-sided barn, and now TL's forced to use the really open west side.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Here comes the bombing run. Gonna get some guys with that.
Yep,
beautiful bombing run.
3 of the attackers.
Good bombing run.
Sniper is still on the point.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce that.
Yeah. Well, they're dead.
1200 getting Pop-Tart. Calvis goes down. Hope Vin versus 1200. That's a flare. I mean, on a direct path, I don't know. Will that get? I don't know if that would have gotten the flare up or not. I think maybe.
It did.
It did.
The flare completely over underpass.
That was actually a really good flare. Usually when they're that low, they don't usually go. So great flare. Big. So now TL is just gonna push center push, try to overwhelm with numbers on the point.
No bombing run from TL.
You can see just demolishing guys up on that east side. May give them a little bit of space that they need. A lot of guys going down with that. So about 7 minutes left in this match.
I don't think they're really going to have time for another bombing run now.
No, I don't think they will either. It's going to be... That may have been it. Magic in the chat. Shout out to Kitten Squad. I don't know what that's a reference to, but shout out to Kitten Squad.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either. PT is Free Soldier said, will be interesting to see this on more maps. Town center skirmish with no arty and only mediums will be fun. I think that's an awesome idea. I think that's great.
Yeah, can we agree to that for the HCA finals tomorrow?
That would be amazing. It would be amazing. Kind of turn into a skirmish mode, you know? I'd love to see that. And TL just having to push center. Helios still maintaining map control. They've kind of taken up position up on that west side a bit to keep them from flanking. And TL is just going to push in center.
TL's dropping an airhead.
That's a big wraparound from Shogun and Louise over there.
But Brad's holding that angle up on that the north side of the bridge.
Airhead. It's coming down right on the north side of the hard cap.
And you know what's interesting? It's on that west side as well.
Right out in the open there.
Right out in the open, yeah.
Oh,
now,
we got a bush.
He's got a bush, but...
there is one bush.
Steve's pushing. Can Drostic get him? Coltrane right in front. Steve taking him down. Got the OP as well, I believe.
Yeah, he got
really
the OP.
close to that airhead, but I don't know.
Clean.
Steve goes down. They may get a spawn up of it, but Mellow Fizzle, Redacted pushing, kind of flanking around a bit. You may see a big spawn wave here in a second. Yep, there it go. About 5 guys. 4.5 minutes left. They're getting cap progress on the point.
They're getting it. They're walking right in, and Helios has been pushed back to the south side of the underpass.
And now, and you know what's funny? Helios doing their own airhead now up on the east side of the point. TL pushing in. 4.5 minutes left. Oh my goodness. I don't think they got the airhead yet either. Big.
No, it's gone.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, airhead, it just went down.
They
are bringing in a half track now. And the P4 is starting to rush in.
Yep, you can see there. He just got hit though. Tough to tell where he's getting hit from. He's pushing out. He is hurt bad.
Oh, they just bounced off the British tank there. They're gonna get him.
Oh, I see it. Yep.
Wix is pushed all the way up.
Oh, he got a turret hit.
Get the turret hit. Oh, that turret hit might have helped him.
Let's see. He had the turret kind of. I don't know. Another turret hit.
Oh my god. Okay, Honey Badger, you can kill the tank now.
Been
no,
hurt.
that was a turret.
He missed.
Oh
he
Lord.
He's gonna move. Deflection.
Bounced it. Oh
Oh my
Lordy.
gosh. Back and forth. Gonna get the shot. He misses again.
Overshot it.
Honey Badger. Deflection. What is happening?
Taking no more damage to the turret. They'll win.
Gleno gets the last lap. 3 minutes left. I don't know. Can they get a tank back into play? I'm not sure. He's hurt bad. The question is, does he heal up? Or does he push in and try to help with the cap progress with 3 minutes left? Airhead clean for Helios up on that east side of the point. TL still pushing in.
Oh, they're ramping in the middle of the field. Honey Badger's gonna stay in the tank. Oh my god, an 18 shot just took out 2 of the crew members.
So that's an empty tank? Honey Badger's still in it.
No, Honey Badger.
Honey Badger's still in.
And an 18 shot coming in from Hot Dog.
Hot Dog 7 getting the kill. And right now, it's 2.5 minutes left. I don't think it's conventional rules. I think it's overtime, just like someone was saying in the chat. Oh, there is, I believe there is overtime. I'm not entirely sure. And TL pushing really hard. They've locked out, they took out the airhead. Just took out Meme Star, getting the airhead back, getting them back, but he did get the airhead. Well. Yeah. Beautiful 18 shot by Frankstar.
Takes down Scythe and Fiat.
Yeah.
And the hero half track is coming in.
Data from TL. He got down. He couldn't get it off. Brave goes down as well. Can they get in the half track, make it deployable with 1.5 minutes left? Coltrane running for it.
Go, Coltrane, get in there.
Get in, Coltrane. He's shooting. I'm not sure he's getting in.
Shit, get on the machine gun or something.
Yeah. And the half track just got down. That came from Road.
Scythe pushing in, gets Sizz. Oh my goodness, 1 minute left with no cap progress in favor of TL. Yes, there is a reinforce. They called the reinforce at 2 minutes. They're gonna have to overwhelm. I don't think they'll get this with that reinforce in, but they're pushing hard. 55 seconds left.
Less than a minute to go.
Oh, he did the reinforce with less than 2 minutes because there's more than half. Big spawn wave for Helios. AT rocket short.
Scythe finally goes down on the point. That's gotta be it.
I think that's it. 30 seconds left. I mean, I love this. These are gonna come down to the last second, I think. Big pushes. City, TL Hippie. City gets a shovel kill. Gets the shovel kill with 30 seconds left. Wicks and the boys. Wicks can push City. Can he take out City?
Camping.
Big hit on Wicks. 3 seconds left.
Overtime.
Oh, there's overtime. Unbelievable. They got overtime. Oh my goodness, they're pushing hard.
You are kidding me. And Helios are out. Coming in from the east side.
Trying to get in. I've got a quarter cap for TL. Put that tank on the point.
That tank's not looking the right way. Oh man.
Unbelievable. 337 on the manpower.
They're all in the hard cap.
359.
A forward position is inside of underpass.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Data just got it off. The tank's got Fizz on it though. Coltrane! Coltrane! Can he get the satchel on?
He gets it on!
He got it on! Blows him up!
Halfway capped.
This is so close! It could go either way. 190 left on the manpower. Can they stay up long enough? Tank! The tank pushing into the point.
The cap's still going in favor of TL. Yeah, finally gets out of the tank.
He's gonna be too late. No!
No, they're gonna try and tackle TL.
They're suiciding.
Down it goes. 97 manpower left. I've never seen this before. It's so damn close.
Coletto's tank is going into the hard cap now as well.
Oh my gosh! Can they get this? 50 manpower left. It's so close. Rush it in! Can he get the tank in time?
He just converted manpower. He's back up.
Oh my goodness, it's so close!
40, 35, I think they got it! I think they got it!
They got about 3 seconds!
9, 4!
Oh my god!
Helios
That's like a 99% cap!
Unbelievable! What?
Oh, poor TL.
If he
Oh
had
my-
another 20 manpower, I bet you he would have won that.
Oh my gosh, that's as close of a match as
Jeez.
I've ever seen. Helios pulling out the win. I mean, literally, like, I know you wouldn't have been able to see the count progress on the stream. It was like 90% at least. It was so close. I've never seen it that close before. Ever.
It had to be 1 to 2 ticks off.
That's
1 to 2 ticks.
crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh my gosh. It was in Helios' favor, right? Was it Helios?
No, Axis
It
did
was
win.
TL. It said
They
it
did
said
get it.
Oh my God, TL got the win. TL won.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
It said defeat on my screen.
It said defeat
What?
on mine too. But Axis
Yeah, I got-
1-0. I'm gonna go back to the show.
Yeah, run
just
it
the
back.
show. 1-0. They're gonna run it back. They're gonna run it back.
No, I'm saying
Oh.
we got to run the stream back and see.
I know.
I swear it said
I'm
defeat.
showing Axis in Axis 1. Axis
Yeah.
1.
I was on the
That's-
Axis side, and when it popped up, it said defeat.
It sure seemed like it was the British at first. I'll have to go back to the stream. That's crazy. My
Man, either way.
gosh.
That's the closest 30-minute game you're ever going to see.
I know. That's
That was awesome, dude.
well, if that's any indication to what this tournament is gonna be like, man, we are in for a freaking treat, dude. Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
gosh, dude. That was unbelievable, dude. Man, you know,
Awesome.
my gosh, man. So we're gonna try to get some guys in for interviews. So please sure to stick around, man. Interviews will be kind of impromptu, a little bit impromptu. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, that's unbelievable. That's the closest match I've ever seen. Ever. I don't know about you, KO. I've never seen a match that damn close, dude. That's crazy.
And
Had me screaming, man. Had me screaming. We kind of need to go back to the I don't know how I'd go back and look at the chat, but like, my gosh, dude. That's insane. Oh.
I feel for the Helios side there, man. That's
Well, and
every second counts,
and they
especially
were-
when there's overtime involved.
Yeah, I'd love to see that there's overtime in this mode. You know, I wasn't entirely sure because I'd never seen it go to overtime in a skirmish match, but clearly there's overtime, and clearly people can win in overtime.
Yeah, it matters. Right?
It matters.
That's awesome.
It matters. I mean, literally, like, the manpower went down to 0.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, like, converting manpower like that is freaking insane. Oh my gosh, dude. I mean, how do you... Man, unbelievable. Well, kind of checking to see if we're gonna get hang on 1 second. We're gonna be bringing in a guy from Falscrim for an interview real quick as well. Perfect, I got him. So with us now live, it's kind of impromptu. I'm sorry, but we have a guest with us today. Magic from Falscrim is gonna be joining us, dude. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Really excited for everything.
Did you watch the match? Did you watch the stream?
I did. That was Magic Monarch in the chat. That was a crazy finish. Did we even clarify who won? I couldn't hardly tell. It was so close.
From my screen, from at the end, it says TL won, the Axis won.
Yeah.
Which
That's
meant
crazy.
Isn't that insane?
Last second.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's actually nuts.
It's bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. You know, obviously, you know, let's talk about Falscrim a little bit. If you want to, go ahead and give us just a kind of a sneak preview into your team, because I think that a lot of people probably don't know you guys. So kind of give us kind of a preview of Falscrim for us, if you could, dude.
Yeah, definitely. So we've been going in hella loose for about 2 years now. We've been focused on 18s, just getting our numbers up over the time. We've had a lot of success in 18s. I think we've only lost 1 out of like 10 matches. And we've always wanted to play in the bigger stuff. And so, yeah, this will be our first tournament kind of dipping our toes in 35s. We feel really good about where we're at competitively. So, yeah, we're really looking forward to it. Very excited to show everybody what we can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're so excited to have you, dude. Obviously, this is going to be very different than, a warfare match. But you guys have been doing 18s. So, do you feel like the transition from 18s to skirmish mode will serve you really well in this tournament, especially against teams that have been playing a lot more warfare, like 3AC and 3 Foys, having experience in TOG for that matter, with experience in APL?
Yeah, we're very interested to see how skirmish is going to play out, because it's kind of like a mix, right? Of you get kind of that small point, how 18s has, but then you've got everything else and much more of the map, more like a 35 match or something. So, yeah, we're very interested. We feel really good about it. We think it's a good spot for us. Having one tank, no arty, that's what we like to play with anyway. So, yeah, we're very excited. We feel pretty good about it.
For sure. By the way, we have our boy McCraith, who's a frequent caster with us. McCraith, thank you so much for joining us. A guy who's played with Falscrim before too. So another bonus on that as well.
I'm sorry, I completely missed the fucking stream tonight, guys.
Not a problem, dude. Well, you missed the banger, dude. You missed the banger.
Dude, I watched a bit of it on the Twitch, and dude, it was going hot and heavy. It was great.
It was unbelievable. We were talking about this. That is the closest match I've ever seen in Hell Let Loose. So we're so excited. Let's talk about your charity real quick. So obviously, each team was allowed to pick a charity going into this, and obviously whoever wins the tournament, any of the funds that were raised throughout the tournament will go to the charity of the winner of the tournament. Kind of talk to us about why you guys chose St. Jude's Hospital.
So it was more so I wasn't involved in that choice too much, but I do know St. Jude's, they do a lot of charity work for children, I believe, with like cancer and stuff like that. They're like a children's hospital, so they do a lot of really good stuff. I'm probably a really big charity a lot of people probably heard of. So sure. Yeah, they're definitely well known for good stuff like that. So
absolutely. Goal, do you have any questions for our boy Magic?
No, not off the rip, man. I look forward to seeing the matches and what everybody has to bring to the table. Like, if every match is like that we just witnessed, dude, hype this shit up. This is gonna be stoked.
Yeah, we're super excited. We've got some heavy hitters that are we're ready to show off to the world and come step into the light a little bit maybe. So it should be good.
Yeah, well, let's talk about them. Do you guys? Let's shout out some of your guys that we should be looking out for. Any guys that you feel like are they're going to come out of this tournament and people are going to be like, wow, man, like I never heard of this guy before. Like that's a player, dude. That's a
yeah,
a
for sure. I mean, for starters, myself, Magic, obviously the best on the team.
Yeah, 100%. No comment.
No, we've got some really good guys. Mythin, he's a great player, one of our officers. He's excellent. Definitely a name to look out for. A guy named Walker, he goes by Sasuke a lot of times a game. He's an excellent sniper. So definitely keep an eye out for those names. Really we have a group hitting squad in FPZD, some of our most elite best players. So definitely keep an eye out for those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. KO, you have any thoughts or questions for our dude?
I don't know, not off the top of my head.
Let's talk.
I think it's.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say about skirmish. I think it's gonna come down to a lot of mind games.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be intense, just like we saw from down to the last second. You're gonna be battling, nonstop. There's not gonna be any lull in the game like sometimes you see in these 90-minute stalemates.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, this is really interesting because going back to the match that we just watched, and actually I need to bring up the comments, make sure that I'm not forgetting the people in our chat. Yeah, by the way, the last tank engagement that was from KO, but was ridiculous. Such a strange ending. It really was. 32 enjoy. Our TL tanks just weren't flanking enough. I don't know which.
I think
do you think so?
I think that's a joke.
I think
so.
Okay. it's so interesting because you watch Wix and like as soon as he gets the tank kill, he pushed super aggressively, and I think that's a really interesting strat. He may have just been doing that for fun, but in terms of the application of it, man, maybe kind of viable. You know, like you got the extra fuel. Let's kind of dive it in. This may be your one chance to go take out like a backline garrison in the red zone. You know, go take out. Obviously he took out a half track underneath that bridge, and it may be your shot. So it'd be really interesting. Magic, another question I have for you, obviously there's only 2 maps available, right? There's only 2 maps available for this tournament. As you guys are kind of looking at these 2 maps and these 2 sides, is there anyone in particular that you're really looking forward to playing on? There's obviously we got Drill, but we also have El Alamein as well.
Yeah, I think we're a little more familiar with Al Alamein because I think it's maybe a little more popular of the two, because in warfare it's kind of one-sided towards the British, how they, the Germans have to cross that riverway or whatever. So it's a little tough, but with skirmish, it looks like that point's very neutral and both sides have a fair chance to cross the river, so it kind of removes that bridge crossing aspect of the map. So we're very excited to play Drill. Watching that match especially, that looked great. That point looks super fun to fight around, a lot of unique terrain and foliage to use. So I'd say we're definitely most excited to try Drill out.
Yeah, absolutely. McCray, you got a question for my dude?
Not necessarily. In my opinion, on the maps, overall, Drill's going to be easier for infantry. I mean, for armor compared to the infantry on El Alamein, just because like how versatile everything is. But when it comes down to it, I wonder how well we'll be able to deal with armor.
Yeah.
Because in my personal opinion, sometimes we have AT show up and sometimes we don't. If we can get a consistent AT group and a good armor squad rolling, we'll be probably the dominated in this tournament.
Well,
so I'm excited for it.
There you go. Strong words from Falskrim. So, obviously you guys are playing against. You guys are probably the least experienced team out of all these teams. Obviously, 3AC and 3 Foys in their own right played as Division 2 teams, and then TOG were a part of that 75th OG team that ended up winning Division 2 of APL. So, do you feel like you guys have to prove something in this tournament? Do you feel like that gives you a little bit of an advantage coming into this tournament? What are your thoughts on that aspect?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely feel good. We definitely want to come out and show a strong first showing in our first ever official tournament. We do feel good about it. We've played against these groups really frequently in the FNF and the SNS, so we have some experience there with them. We have a good idea of what to expect, and yeah, we feel really strong in this one. So yeah, I'd say we're in good shape.
Absolutely. By the way, there's so many comments about who won. I mean, literally,
that finisher was wild.
Beller said 50-50. In fact, it said Allies won, but according to my scoreboard, it said Axis won. So we'll have to go back to the chat. We'll have to go back to the stream after it's all done and see. But because I don't think I can replay it. I don't know if I can. You know what I can do? I can stop my recording. I'll stop my recording and we'll pull this up. We'll do a screen share. We'll pull up the footage and see if we can figure out who won, because I'm really curious. I'm really curious to see who won. And for you guys, for the guys in the VC, you may want to just pull it up on the stream. So I probably won't share it. Let's go ahead. I'll go screen share here. Sorry about this. Hang on 1 second. When you have to do impromptu editing for your stream, you guys will now get in kind of you'll get to see how I have to do stuff in OBS. It's not easy,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's behind the scenes, dude. Okay,
It's saying the Allies won, but by a penis hair, which I don't know, because on both sides it said defeat, but on the end it said Axis won.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
okay, so I have the VOD on stream. So let's see here. So we're gonna go to the end here. Let's see.
I thought I had to blow this up on the other monitor. I need to look at this too.
Gosh! Finish it first. Okay, so let me go back to when it right Okay, here we go. So
40, 35.
There
I think
you
they
go.
got it. I think they got it. They got about 3 seconds.
9, 4. It's at 0. It's literally at 0 at the very end.
My God.
And then look, it says Allied Forces won. It said Allied Forces won.
God.
Helios
That's like a
getting it.
99%.
But
I
then
say it's time for a
Axis,
rematch.
won at the top. So how does that work?
See? Right there, it just flipped.
No, it just swapped to Axis.
Could
Play
it
it
be a
back.
bug? Could it be like a skirmish bug and Hell It Loose itself?
Yeah, could this be like the first time this has happened?
the first tie?
Got it. They got
The
about
devs
3
already
seconds.
don't know how to fix what they fixed.
Ties usually come down to a draw, and it'll just say a draw.
Yeah, normally.
That's insane.
But-
It's at 0.
but-
It's at 0 on the. It's
I
at
think
0
what
on
had
the
happened-
manpower, dude.
I think what happened was where the line had so much of the cap progress, it
Oh
was
my
so
God.
close. But
That's
Helios,
like a 99.
but Helios still had the mass majority. You know, it never
Look
flipped.
at it. Look at it flip.
I know it's a 0 and then it goes over. But I wonder if the mass majority of the cap pressure at the end
That's insane, dude.
could have made it
Well,
flip
I don't.
over.
I mean, maybe it's a. Maybe you consider it a tie. Yeah, it flips. That's insane. It's insane. It flips. Oh
Man,
my
that'll be
God.
interesting if it happens
So
in the actual tournament.
I think Siegel's right. They get the cap progress after the fact, and it continues out. I would say that's a Helios win, because right at the end, I think that's a glitch where it just like, where they just get the it continues the cap progress. That goes to show how
man.
close it was. How close it was that literally it flips. That it flips right after the match is over.
That could have been why it flipped over.
1,
It
2.
said Axis won.
It's literally a second and a half after.
Yeah.
I don't know how you
What-
rule that. We're gonna have to create in the dang rules now. Like, what is what is a
Tiebreaker. We have
freaking
to have a
win?
tiebreaker.
What's the?
We'll have to have
you know when
set a
the-
tiebreaker in the rules now.
Oh my god.
When the game ends and you get the screen, you can still the actual game is still running. Like you can still move your gun and shoot your gun around.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Um,
Right.
Oh, So, in
the
that
game,
case,
yeah,
it'll
even though the game
probably have to be
ended,
Helios.
it continued on. So
Yeah.
I don't know when the time ended, when the manpower ran out, TL lost, and then on the victory,
I don't know
that's
how
why
you.
it flipped.
How do you decide that? It's like.
I think I call that a Helios win.
I think that's a
because the
Helios
yeah.
win too. I think
Yeah.
that's a Helios win. Okay, so Helios wins by a second, by a hair, by a freaking hair. They win the match. So it's an allied win.
The hell let loose Deflategate, man.
That's unbelievable, dude. Never seen that. Well, Magic, dude. Has anyone else got a question for Magic? I think I'm good on questions. If anyone else has a question, if not, Magic, dude, we're so excited to see Fall Scrim go. First tournament for Fall Scrim. We're so excited to see you guys go. Obviously, a couple weeks you guys will be starting up. Can't wait to see how it turns out for you guys. So thank you so much for joining us, dude.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks so much for you guys for hosting this and inviting us. We're super excited. Look forward for the opportunity, and everyone keep an eye on us. Hopefully, we can come out and make a splash in our first event.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, take it easy, boys. Thanks.
Absolutely.
Good luck, bud.
So we'll probably call it with that. We'll call the stream with that. My gosh, that's got to get posted somewhere, dude. But that's crazy. But for those of you who are joining us, obviously, we're going to be raising money for this tournament for charity. So if you feel inclined, please feel free to go into our donate link in the description below. And give us a donation that will go to all 100% of the money that's getting donated will go towards supporting the charity of the winner of the tournament. So obviously I'm Sheepdog. With me is KO, Siegel, and McCraith. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. As always, guys, you guys are awesome. We've had you on. Now we have a consistent, casting crew now. It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Kind of nice to have a consistent casting crew. So it's kind of cool. But Live Hippie, we promised you a banger of a match. You certainly did. That was a banger of a match. Absolute classic. So we're so excited to see this tournament. Obviously, the start date is going to be on April 6th. And thank you so much, guys, and have a great night.